Hello again, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with the continuation of the Virus Meets Granny blanket. And we are on round 9. Alright, so I got my H hook here, and we're going to continue right along where we left off in the last one. So we have our 2 rather large 7 chain loops in the corner. And so just like we did down here, we are going to need 10 double crochets in each of these 7 chain loops, right? So to begin with, we need to chain up 3. Let me make that one just a little bit tighter. 1, 2, 3. And that, of course, counts as the first double crochet. And then we need 9 more for our total of 10 double crochets in this 7 chain loop. And we'll get there. So I've got 2, 5, okay, 6, 7, oops, hello, that. Got all tangled on the plies there, sorry. 7, 8, 9, and if I'm not mistaken, 10. All right, let me just double count real quick. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. I think I got 11. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I do. That's okay. See, that is why I always have a tendency of double counting. So going directly from this 10 double crochets, going into the chain 4 loop with a single crochet, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet into the next chain 4 space, and so on, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet into the chain 4 space, and now we have reached the chain 7 space again. So again, we need to do a total of 10 double crochets in the 7 chain space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and should be 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Perfect. All right, and then doing exactly as we did before, going directly from these 10 double crochets into the next chain 4 space with a single crochet, chain 4, single crochet into the next chain 4 space, chain 4, and single crochet into the next chain 4 space, and we've reached our corner with the 2 7 chains. So it's going to be 10 double crochets in here and 10 in here, and we will work our way across this corner piece. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, come on. And that should be 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Perfect. Okay. And then 10 more in the next 7 chain loop. That's 1. I am all thumbs tonight. I'm sorry. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and should be 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Perfect. Okay, so then you would follow suit doing the exact same thing on this side, going directly from these 10 double crochets into the next chain 4 space with a single crochet, chain 4, single crochet into the next chain 4 space, chain 4, and single crochet into the third chain 4 space, like so. And then since you reached the middle side chain 7 space, you would do 10 double crochets into this space here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and should be 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Perfect. And then a double crochet into the next chain 4 space, chain 4, single crochet into the next chain 4 space, chain 4, and single crochet into the third chain 4 space, like so. Then, of course, we now have the 2 7 chain spaces in the corner, and you're going to do this, for the rest of the round. Excuse me. And so when you reach the Chevin Sace, these 7 chain spaces, excusez-moi, you would do 10 double crochets into each of these spaces, and then continue by doing a single crochet, chain 4, single crochet, chain 4, single crochet, 10 double crochets in this space, single crochet, chain 4, single crochet, chain 4, single crochet, 10 double crochets, 10 double crochets for a total of 20, and then so on and so forth until you reach where we began. And so I'm going to leave you to do the rest of the round because it follows the exact same repetition. I think you guys can do it. I'm pretty sure you guys can do it. And so I'm going to meet back up with you when I have reached the starting point, and then we'll continue on. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so I'm almost done with round 9, and I reached the chain 7 space that I need to do my 10 final double crochets in. I always like to do a follow-up with you guys. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so let me just double count as always. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Perfect. Okay, so then you would finish up the round just as we have been by doing a slip stitch into the top of this first chaining up of 3. So going right into that first double crochet that we made. And do a little slip stitch right there. Ta-da! And let me lay it out for you. Now, I know abundantly well that this is rather roughly and wavy and so forth, and I have been getting a lot of comments about that, but as it grows outward and you have more fabric, it sort of evens itself out a little bit, just as I'm doing right now. So let me show you. Isn't that gorgeous? So as you can see, whenever you have a 7-chain loop, you always do 10 double crochets within it, and you continue doing sort of your web work, going from 3 chain 4 spaces down to 2 chain 4 spaces, and in the corners you have your 10 doubles, 10 doubles, total of 20 in all. And so that is the recap of round 9. We're going to continue right on with round 10. And it's going to be a lot easier because we won't have to do any counting. We're just going to be doing, like in this pink row right here, doubles within the doubles and shrinking down our web work of 2 chain 4 spaces down to 1 chain 4 space. So we're going to get there and do that in round 10. Be right back. Alrighty, round 10. Alright, so as I said, this round is going to be considerably easier because there's a lot less like, oh, I have to double count. Well, not quite so much in this round. So we're going to start by chaining up 3. And yes, that counts as our first double crochet, as always. And then going into the next double crochet right here, a double crochet. And really, it's just a matter of doing a double crochet into each double crochet from the previous row. So it's a lot easier, this row. Just make sure that you have 10, one on each. And yes, I'm going to make the little reminder yet again, because I like to err on the side of caution and avoid having you fall into any sort of pitfall that I have previously fallen into. That, see, right here is the last of my double crochets right there, because the one right next to it is a single crochet, as you can see right there. So do not mistake this as being a double crochet. This is our chain 4 loop from the previous round. So you can also double check and count if you like. So that would be 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. But fortunately, with this lovely color changing yarn, you can actually see that that is a chain 4 space and a single crochet right there. It's a lot more obvious this way. If you're using a yarn that is solid, well, you need to be on your guard, not to make you paranoid, but to make you aware. Okay, so going directly from these 10 double crochets, single crochet into the chain 4 space, chain 4, single crochet into the next chain 4 space, like so, and then we have another 10 double crochets. So again, it's really just a matter of 1 in each. Again, be careful, this is our single crochet going into the double crochet right here, this white one, this tall white one. Like so. Do not be confused by the chain 4 spaces or the single crochets going into this double crochet right there, and continue right along with the double crochets along here. Yeah, just one in each. And that makes for a rather easy round altogether. And that's, of course, something I can totally appreciate. You know, as much as I advocate double checking and double counting and so forth, I know it can be a pain, but count twice, do the work once, you know, as opposed to frogging, which I've done plenty of times in my past, believe you me. Alright, and I think I got it. See, again, leaving off at this last double crochet here, not going into that single crochet there. Gotta be aware of that. So, as you can see, since these are all blue, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Perfect! And then we reached our chain 4 spaces once again, so going directly into the chain 4 space with a single crochet, chain 4, single crochet into the next chain 4 space, and then going into these double crochets, 1 double crochet in each for a total of 20. Now, I honestly hope that you do not mind that I give you a good start on the round, but don't actually finish the round, because I think that ultimately that would be overkill. You know, I love chit-chatting with you guys, because you guys are totally awesome, and your comments are so warm and inviting and friendly, and I appreciate your appreciation more than you could possibly know. It's very gratifying. You know, and I love chit-chatting with you guys so very much. But I don't think that doing the entire round is entirely necessary. Also because that way I can spend more time going on to the next round, and I can get further along. And I want to be thorough, but I don't want to drag this out. You know, it's a fine line. I've said this before in some of my videos where it's a very fine line between being thorough and being boring. And I don't want to bore you guys. You know, that's the last thing I want to do. I believe in what I always call the 3 E's: enlighten, educate, and entertain. And, you know, when you're in school, you don't want a boring teacher, right? You don't want to snooze. So let's just double count these. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Good. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Perfect. Oops. I almost lost one right there. No, I did lose one. All right, so basically that is how this round is worked. You know, just a double in each double, and then when you reach the chain 4 spaces like I have once again, you go directly in with a single crochet, chain 4, single crochet into the next chain 4 space, and then when you reach the doubles, you just go right back into doing the doubles, 1 in each, making sure that you have a count of 10, 1 for 1, you know, 1 double crochet per double crochet. And as long as you do that, you'll be fine, really. And so you do this for the entire round. And of course, I'm going to meet back up with you when I reach the end of the round and do a recap, you know, because I like to be clear. And so I'm just going to keep going on in this exact same fashion. Each double gets a double, a single crochet, a chain 4, a single crochet, double for double, and so on and so forth until we reach the beginning again, right here. So I'm going to meet back up with you at this little point here, and then we'll continue on. All right, be right back. Alrighty, so I'm almost at the end of round 10, and I did my single crochet, chain 4, single crochet. Now I just need to do my last 10 double crochets into this last bunch right here, like so. And then we'll be finished with round 10. Calloo, Calais, O Frabjous Day. We're almost there. All right, and I got what, one more? One more. Okay, and yep, do a little double check here. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Perfect. Okay, so then again, to finish up the round, doing a slip stitch into the top chain right here, right in there. Do a little slip stitch and finish off this round. Okay. Also, glad that I did this off camera because I ran out of yarn there and I needed to join in a fresh color. All right, so let's place this out here. It's getting all wavy on me. Alrighty. Wavy gravy. Davy Jones. Okay, so as you can see, we have in here a double per double, and we went from 3 chain 4 spaces down to 2, and finally down to 1. And so these side spaces are growing at the same rate that our corner pieces are growing. Okay? And so that is, my dears, the end of round 10, and we're going to get right into round 11 right now. Okay. All right, round 11. So now round 11 is exactly what we did down here with the double crochets and chain 1 spaces. Exact same thing, except the only difference is that we have one more of these to deal with on the sides. No big deal. It's exactly the same fashion as before. So we're going to start by chaining up 4, because it's going to act as a double crochet and a chain 1 space all in one. Then into this next double crochet. So we've got 2 double crochets separated by a chain 1 space, right? And chain 1, double crochet into the next double crochet stitch, chain 1, double crochet into the next double, chain 1, double crochet into the next double, chain 1, and so forth. And so you should have 10 double crochets separated by chain 1 spaces. Until we reach the end here, the end of this corner. And then we're going to need to bridge that gap. Okay, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Perfect. All right, so now when you reach the 10, you don't chain here. You can if you want to, but I don't. And so bridging the gap, we go directly from this double crochet, going over, skipping this single crochet, skipping the chain 4 space and that single crochet, going into the double right here with a double crochet. Like so. Just like we did right down here. Okay, so then continuing on with these 10 double crochets, we are chaining 1, double crochet into the next double, chain 1, double into the double, chain 1, double into the double, chain 1, and so forth. It's really as easy as that. You know, once you get used to this, you can really fly and really get into it. You know, just be sure that you are doing your chain 1s in between, otherwise it's going to make it tricky later on, and a little bit cramped at that. Alright, so I have here 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Perfect. Alright, and then again, going directly from this double crochet, skipping over the single crochet, the chain 4 space right here, and this single crochet going into this double right here with a double crochet. Like so, and then it's a double crochet, chain 1 all the way around this entire corner piece. So it'll be a total of 20 double crochets with a chain 1 space in between each one, and then we're going to reach the exact same thing on this side here. You know, it's all about symmetry, and it so often is with crocheting. So I got my chain 1, double crochet into the double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the double, chain 1, double into the double, and chain 1, and so on and so forth all the way. Alrighty. And also, like I was saying before, I really do appreciate your feedback, definitely. And thus far, you guys are awesome. You really, really are. And, you know, I'm delighted that so many of you have enjoyed the other tutorials that I've done, and that they have prepared you, you know, for this one, because it's really not that much different from, you know, the virus shawl, or the virus meets granny shawl, or the granny shawl. You know, we're going to get to the granny section of this piece soon enough. We will. But, you know, it's a culmination of those different aspects, and it's a conglomeration of those different aspects, you know. So it's like, if you've done those tutorials, I know some of you haven't, but for those of you that have, this video might seem like old hat and, you know, rather disinteresting, but there's nothing wrong with a refresher, and also nothing wrong with you watching and listening to me singing your praises for being such fabulous audience members and viewers and, you know, supporters, and I appreciate it. I really do. And I know I'm blubbering and everything, but I do appreciate it. All right, and we've reached the end of this corner. All right, so we have all of our chain 1 spaces, and so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Oh, that's so awesome. So very awesome. All right, and then it's really just a matter of continuing on in the exact same fashion, you know, as we have been. You know, basically not doing a chain 1 once you do the last double crochet here, and then skipping over the single crochet, the chain 4 space, and the single crochet, doing a double crochet into the double on the opposite side, bridging that gap. Like so. And then continuing on to do a chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all the way around, la 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 la. You know, it's really that simple. And So I'm going to continue doing the rest of this round off camera, and of course I'm going to meet back up with you when I'm ready to finish the round, so we can do a nice little recap, and we'll take it from there. Alright, I'll be back in a flash. Alright, so I'm almost done with round 11, and I just need to bridge the gap right over here because I did my 10 doubles with chain 1 spaces. So right now I just need to hop, skip, and a jump right over to the other side, skipping over the single crochet, chain 4 space, and the single crochet, going into the next double crochet on the other side there, like so. And don't forget to chain 1, double crochet into the next, until we reach the end. Always a double and a chain 1 for this round. And we are almost there with this one. And then I'm going to show you the reveal after we do our slip stitch, of course. Okay, and there we go. This last one right here. Making sure that I got my 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, perfect. And then, last but not least, because we need a space in between these two, right? So, chain 1, then into the third from the bottom, 1, 2, and 3. This one right here, because we still need that chain 1 space on this side. You see? So, do the slip stitch into that one, and there you go. So you still maintain the chain 1 space on this side as well as on this side. Alright, and that, my dears, is the end of round number 11. And let's just smooth this right on out here. Oh, this is so beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. So we have our chain 1 spaces all the way around, and we have eliminated our webbing here because we went from the 3 to the 2 to the 1 and then bridged the gap right over. And so we are making some lovely progress, and I'm so glad that you could do it with me. You know, it's always nice to have company. And so I'm going to end this video here, and we will continue on the next part soon enough, I promise you. And we will continue on, and we will get into doing the granny aspect of this pattern. I'm going to do a little bit of experimenting, actually. It was suggested that I try using a different size hook when doing the granny segment of this blanket. So I'm going to try that and see how it works, and I'm going to get back to you with the next video and see how that works, and then we'll go from there, you know, because I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction whatsoever. I'm going to experiment with it on my own, and we will get there. We will do this together, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate all of your support and your viewing and everything. You guys are fabulous. So, you know, if you are enjoying this, please hit the little thumbs up button, and I would love to hear comments, and if you haven't hit subscribe, please do so, because if you want to see more, that's how you'll know. Because I do try to post as often as I can, whether it's crocheting, knitting, audiobook narrations, or on my other channel, Fiber Spider Games, I do, you know, video game playthroughs and commentary in my own snarky little way. So until next time, I hope that you all have a really great day, and that you keep inspired and caffeinated and keep stitching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.